Welcome, everyone, to the next part of the crossover. This is your kind, friendly neighborhood bard speaking, upon which we are ready to go to the next part.
Who the hell are you?
Why, I'm the bard who gave you the map in the last part, my dear fellow.
Oh, you mean the really crappy torn-up map?
Yes.
It was part of a puzzle, just to test their noble head strength.
Oh yes, the bard. Sorry, I erased you from my memory because your music is so special.
Alright.
The place where we found ourselves to be vastly different from London.
You don't say.
The more closely I look at this place, the more I believe it resembles illustrations we saw within that book.
You don't say!
Professor, I don't think we're in London anymore.
It would seem we are trapped within this most curious town for the time being. Look at the narrating here.
Ah yes, Captain Obvious to the rescue.
We must gather as much information as possible. That should allow us to get a better grasp of the situation. Okay, what was it, Luke?
Huh?
You were saying something while I was narrating.
Oh, nothing, Captain Obvious.
I'm going to ignore that. There are far more important things at stake than my ego, for once.
Actually, what is at stake? As far as we know, things are just fine here.
My sanity.
What?
Remember
We just
Luke,
got sucked into a book. What's there to be crazy about?
Having to listen to that bard for all eternity. Besides,
On that-
what if I don't broke my window?
To follow on that point, Luke, remember, being Neville doesn't make you first. It only makes you a monkey.
Go ahead, Tio.
This is definitely the best weapon shop. I could blow a mouse paying this place. This sword, this axe, and this mace. And that new shield over there.
Alright.
It's a shame that
Maces are fun, get the mace.
What more could a nag like me ask for?
A double-sided
A promotion?
lance.
Promotion.
They all seem to be painstakingly crafted.
Only the best.
But I can't help but wonder how a knight will be able to move with all this equipped.
Havel's ring. A soldier unable to wear this equipment is not fit to be called a knight. What's more, this amount of equipment is but the bare minimum required to effectively oust wrongdoers.
Jesus.
Such a navel might come and read just like this.
Oh.
Oh, of
okay,
course!
there's a
It's a
puzzle.
puzzle!
Oh boy. Puzzle 10. Shade Shadows.
Love the animation.
I've noticed an occurrence most strange while on my night watch. I see 4 of my shadows being reflected by the light when there should be but one. What manner of ritual is this? Find my true shadow and fell this miserable curse. Okay, whoever wrote this puzzle is insane.
It's just about of your shadows having a mind of their own.
Also, it's C.
Are
Why are you
you
using a
sure?
hint coin? I know the answer.
A strong foundation is the key to victory, therefore a knight's legs must remain unwavering, no matter how long the march. Yeah, here's the thing, sometimes I like to give the audience a chance to guess here and there, so sometimes I use the hint coins to give them a bit of a time to shine and whatnot.
This is
Now
pretty
Luke just took the hint coins out of the professor's pocket and is just using them.
yoink.
You know, it's a good job that hint coins aren't actual, legitimately used currency. Otherwise, I'd be mad right
They
now.
still look more tangible than the actual Picarats, Professor.
Yeah, we don't even know what those picarats
We
are.
never got any idea how physically a Picarat does look
Well,
like.
We don't know what the currency is in this version of London.
Well, I can tell you what a picarat is.
Wait, hold on.
What?
A feast on my face.
No. It's a species of rat that I will unleash upon you if you ask me that question again.
To be fair, Roy, didn't we figure out that it's worth pounds based off of that pink diamond?
You saw right through the chat reception we constantly
That's true.
use.
They have
Such
already said
powers of
pounds. in this.
observation are outstanding.
You
They are,
don't
aren't
need that
they?
much power of
If you
observation.
notice anything untoward, be sure to let me know immediately.
That
Well,
said, we
it's-
don't know what the currency in this town is, so you got a point there,
Certainly.
Roy.
We'd be pleased to help. Unfortunately, villains tend to be careful too.
Recently I heard many tales about badly behaved youths.
And the bards over
kids.
there.
It seems there are two in particular who are up to no good together.
Huh.
I intend to deal with them before any of the townsfolk fall foul of their misdeeds. So we must remain on my guard at all times, in case we suddenly appear.
Two folk, you say, eh?
He's definitely a knightly sort of knight.
Thank you,
These
Luke.
streets seem so peaceful. It's hard to imagine any villains around here.
Oh,
Now he's Captain Obvious.
It's a shame.
Well, we must hope they apprehend those individuals soon. Let's offer our support too when we can.
Let's hope that they don't mistake us two for those two. Right you are, Professor.
Well, if we were those two, the rest of us by
Remind me
now.
again, wasn't there one of the original concepts for the game to have evil counterparts of Layton and Phoenix?
yes. Yes, there was.
But one of those got stuck in America.
I swear, there is a lot, and I do mean a lot of deleted content for this game, which we do have to go over at some point.
I say, sir, that's a delightfully elegant hat that you're wearing there.
Charlie Chaplin?
And of course his name is Price.
Yes.
If you're willing to part with it, I would pay a fair price.
We don't...
We don't talk about the hat.
The professor doesn't do
Those
that.
skinny hats for sale on your shop front.
Oh, you obviously don't frequent this part of town, do you? I'm Price, the pawnbroker. I deal with anything from heirlooms to hats. You can't beat Price when it comes to price.
You can take Luke's hat if you want.
Wait, what?
Did you stay up all night writing that one?
Ah, so you're a pawnbroker. I'm afraid I'm a little too attached to this hat to let it go.
Just a
Seriously,
bit,
I had it glued to my head. Ah, look, it is the mark of a gentleman. Sure, I'll never get to see my hair again, but
The
it's
hat
worth it.
is.
Very well. I can see it's a treasured item, and rightly so. Never mind then.
At
I
least
think
he's
it was
nice
a whole
about it.
Oh yeah, Price is a good dude.
But if you're not selling, then how about buying something?
The hat's so big because he has to hide all that trauma in there.
My freedom.
I wonder if the money we have on us would pass as currency here.
Yeah, we can buy our freedom and get out of here.
What's that? You're currently short of funds? Then here's what I'll do. As today's a special day, I'll let you have a little something for free. That is, if you can solve this puzzle.
You know,
Sure.
the economics of this town must be really shit if this is how they do their business.
Well, it is the Dark Ages. Wait, you mean you're even selling puzzles?
I mean, look, Professor, it's still better than the one Pokemon, but I'll let first the description.
The royal victim. The king was attacked. The attackers left him on the floor and unconscious. People rushed to the scene of the attack, preventing the suspect from making a clean escape. As a result, the culprit is still someone within the room. The question is, who? Question those present and find the culprit. Remember that the assailant will attempt to lie his or her way out of trouble.
His
Ah,
wife.
yes. I love these kinds of puzzles.
It's the king. He faked these on accident.
He's not an option.
Damn.
Jovah, do you still have that meme where Phoenix asks Layton about his hat and suddenly like a gajillion
Yes.
Cyclops show up? Because be sure to post that because I love that. Okay. Oh my, it could not have been the prince. I saw him in another room when we heard that terrible scream.
I must say.
I most certainly heard the voice of a woman coming from this very room, but the villager and the prince yet arrived.
Sorry, go on.
I noticed a woman coming shortly after I had arrived. She certainly seemed to have taken her time getting here.
The merchant and I arrived together. It is impossible for either of us to be the culprits.
I wonder...
I hastened to His Majesty's side as fast as possible. No one but the prince and I myself were in our room.
We all did it.
This isn't murder
Wait.
on the Orient Express, Dwiz.
Wait. Hold on. Oh no, I'm starting to remember something, but I might be wrong.
Be critical of each person's testimony. The culprit could be anyone. It's like
See,
we're
how
playing
very
Ace
helpful.
Attorney.
hint.
For example, if
Yeah.
the princess was lying, that would make the prince the culprit. However, the prince's testimony matches up with that of the princess. She was not yet present in the room just as she testified. What information have you gathered so
Oh
far?
no.
What to?
I thought this was way later in the game. I think I remember now.
You'll
don't get
see,
it.
Let's
Pedro,
wait
you'll
until the
see.
solution of the puzzle.
Don't worry, leave this one to me.
Well,
Got
that,
it.
that might pick.
Will you let me do the next one too?
Weird, it just happened for that bit. Success! The
Yeah,
female
the-
voice the prince heard was that of the knight who was a woman. The knight was the first to enter, followed by the prince, the merchant, the villager, and last to the princess. Okay, bit of a fun fact. Tio made this exact mistake the first time we
We
played
have a
through
highlight
this.
for that, but I swear I had a Mandela effect and thought it was a way late game puzzle, not this early on.
I didn't actually think
Fuck.
we get to repeat this, but thank you, Tio. You made my wish come true.
Just as I thought, a bright young man. I pride myself on my puzzle-solving skills. I could someday become the
me.
best puzzle solver in the world. Then your future is assured. A sharp mind is essential for success.
It's like when other groups redo LPs and they make the exact same jokes the second time around.
It's best when it's unintentional.
If a mind as sharp as yours, you could someday get into the business yourself.
Just imagining you as a broker is certainly an entertaining image, Luke.
I've always been the professor's apprentice, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
Pawn Stars, a British edition.
I won't
about
lie,
that?
Price looks like some guy who would totally be voiced by Mike Pollock. Okay,
Alright,
Pedro,
Donna,
you're up.
Something for you.
Oh, right.
After I get this ink coin here, ink coin there.
Ain't coin here and coin.
After we've
coin there,
stopped
coin,
picking up money.
So much bread.
The bakery. The Labyrinthia do not seem to suffer from shortages.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them. It can't be a bad place if there's so much food to go around.
You're easily swayed, Luke.
He's still.
I mean, we're all hungry, to be fair.
Wow, a bakery, and it smells so good.
If it's the bakery you want, they're out at the moment, but they should be back soon.
This guy looks like Luke at me as a kid.
That's too
Yeah.
bad.
But don't you think the taste of the bread has changed a bit recently?
Oh no, we started actually removing rat shit from it.
And the people working here seem somehow different too, but then I also feel like they're always been working here.
Remember
Do you
that.
mean to say you're not certain?
No, I'm not. It's just that somehow I have the feeling that these are more people working there now.
Also, rat shit, I thought those were raisins.
That's everyone's mistake.
Oh dear.
Shit. There is something I'd like to ask you. How knowledgeable are you about the people of this town?
The people? Well, I have lived here all of my life, so I guess I know most of them. Why do you want to know?
Because I say so.
Hmm.
I would just like to know if you've ever met a man called Carmine.
Hmm.
Carmine, how do you say it?
Carmine? Sorry, but no. I've never seen nor heard of anyone by that name.
It's fucking useless. I mean, thank you. I've never heard of him? How curious.
Do you think he was just going under a different name here? So as to not
name would
cause
he-
panic?
What name would he call himself? My horse cart mini?
Harry?
More importantly, shouldn't you two be on your way? Everyone else is already heading there.
Hey, I can go where I want, you prick. I there something else we should be doing?
Are you kidding? With all the townspeople getting so excited like this?
No one's told me.
Well, duh, dude, it's just the typical biggest event.
You two must be waiting as well, right? Why not kill some time for a puzzle?
But I don't know what I'm supposed to be killing time to.
Just take the puzzle.
Alright, fine. I get to read it though.
Puzzle
Marionettes.
09. Oh, okay.
There are 6 puppets, each have individually controlled body parts. They each have a total of 6 parts: a head, a body, 2 arms, 2 legs. The controls for each of the puppets' body parts have been separated. Use the stylus, whatever that is, to connect each puppet with the correct number of body parts. Note that none of the connections can overlap each other. Seriously, what's this talk about a stylus and touch screen?
It's the Labyrinthian word for a pencil, Professor.
Snake, use the stylus to solve the puzzle.
What stylus?
Don't worry.
Here, Professor. Here, Professor. Put the Professor. Put the controller on your arm. There you go. Feel better?
I mean, it's. Oh, I'm holding a 3DS. What are you talking about? It's silly, Mr. Portuguese man. 3DSs don't vibrate.
So basically, it's about a vis. You need to line it up so that all the puppet parts all have a certain color here and there, but you can't overlap where you've already gone.
The 3DS ever got the equivalent of a Rumble pack.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. It may have, but I would not be aware.
Wonder what rumble you can get out of a Layton game. Is that every time you get a puzzle wrong, it vibrates. Every time you get a puzzle wrong, it shocks you.
Possible.
Yeah. Not only do you lose pickerats, you get a simulated electric shock from the HD rumble.
The Switch version of Layton's Mystery Journey doesn't use Rumble at all, so I guess level 5 doesn't particularly care about Rumble in the Layton game, which, again, to be fair, there's not that much you can do with it anyway.
This is my answer.
There are no strings unknown.
Yeah, obvious joke is obvious. Oh, little princess castle there, nice.
Correct. The puppets look very pleased to be standing on their feet again.
Pulling the strings is far better than having your strings pulled, don't you think?
Huh.
Bravo. Don't insult.
That's a very loaded line.
Yes.
Thank you. So something really is about to happen.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be much of a story if nothing happened. You seriously don't know? Ah, amazing. To think that there could be anyone in town who could be so clueless. I mean, police.
No country
Well, if
thought,
you-
man.
Well, if you don't know, why not come and see for yourselves? As they say, seeing is believing. Or should be, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I'm sure you get what I mean.
It's funny because we're in a book.
He could have just told us.
I know,
This is all a
right?
bit exasperating.
Well, it looks as if we'll just have to go and see for us. Come on,
That's the thing, he still didn't tell us.
as soon as you finish looking around, let's head for North Parade Avenue.
Indeed.
Sounds good, Professor.
Okay, seriously. Okay, why did I have to use super glue on my hat?
If you want, I can rip it off. He's come! The teller has come!
Oh.
Quick, we must go and see him on the North Parade Avenue.
Oh no, I'm late. And I've been meaning to wait from this morning.
You're late for a very important date.
Centre of the town is certainly bustling. Shame we don't have the budget to show it. Something looks set to start at North Parade Avenue.
Don't worry, Professor. We'll still have more citizens showing up than in the older Kingdom Hearts games. Everyone's heading that way. Come on, Professor. Let's go with them.
Yeah, those children never had any parents.
Alright,
But
let's...
sure, I saw his mom
wait a minute.
waiting with the dinner.
That was a tape recording.
Of
Well, that'll be a plot twist.
But yeah, again, it's as it's noticed. Yes, the game does use a mixture. Oh, who is target?
You.
Okay. This is it. He's about to appear. This is the moment I've been waiting for ever since I began queuing this boring queuing.
What are you doing to your beard?
Tugging it.
I can hear the footsteps. He'll be here any moment now. Kills little Miss Moffat. And that is... Oh, I just can't wait to see Zacky Wacky up close.
Oh boy, Zac Efron's real good over here, I see. That's you, Shiroi.
Come on, we're waiting.
Mailer. I wonder what her occupation is. With a name like that.
Obviously, she's the public
Panic.
secretary.
Once it's over, I have to get back and finish my deliveries. Come on. I don't
Mr.
care.
Peters doesn't want to wait.
I don't care about this Zac. What's his name?
We people have gathered in the street, we all wait, waiting to see him to learn of our fate.
God, and I've been listening to this douchebag all morning.
You know you
What
love
a
it.
sad tale.
No, I don't.
That's you also, Tio.
Dearie me, look at them all clamoring for a peek. It's as if this has never happened before. It will be more fitting and proper to wait with calmness and solemnity to show our respect. And I always have trouble mingling with the common masses.
And
Poor
that's
people,
you,
am I right?
Dwight.
Now, out of the way. Let the lady and her goat see.
That poor lamb, look
God,
at that.
someone help me, please.
Shira, it's like one of the 7 dragons from Layton's Mystery Journey and her chameleon.
I guess.
Oh God,
I guess
I
you-
was thinking. Ah!
Attention, you rabble! Keep that line straight there!
Well, cut down your sheep's head. Or goat's head, sorry,
It
goat's
looks
head.
like it's beginning at last, Professor.
I guess you could say that lamb feels.
Wow.
You appear to be
I forgot how Maria Dark sometimes is on microphone peaking during your recordings.
You with the tall hat. I can't see a thing.
I beg your pardon, madam. What might be the occasion?
What are you saying? I've never heard such nonsense. And to think that he is about to appear.
Oh.
Sorry, but when you say he, who exactly do you mean?
Your mum.
I get that's the thing too. This has always been a thing in the European Layton games. I get the feeling Maria recorded in a different place than Christopher did.
Yeah, that would explain some bits, cause yeah, Christopher Miller's mic never
The
peaks.
storyteller.
Yeah.
I'd rather be swimming in lamb sauce.
Again, probably just again the equipment that they had.
Well, Mr. Go, would you say that you're feeling pretty badly?
Do they have animal protection laws in Labyrinthia?
Probably
I
not.
don't know.
Quite a spiffy parade.
Also, here's all the people you were saying, weren't you, before?
Yeah.
Guess the main
Hi.
characters.
Yeah.
The tail assembled.
And there he is, the storyteller, flipping love his
That
design.
must be this
Yeah.
town's creator.
Thank you, Storyteller. Thank you for granting me this lovely baby girl. Look at my mother. She was in his bed, but now
He's a storyteller, not Jesus.
Actually,
Remember
he
this, what
kind
he
of
write-
is the closest thing to God in this town. What he
Remember
this,
writes
the
comes
idea- the idea-
true.
The idea is that what he writes, like he's basically Takumi.
Oh, look who's there.
behold your new story.
Well, now.
But wait, all the stories are getting mixed up.
People of Labyrinthia, Mr. Takumi wrote a new story, so there you go.
Oh my god, it's the script for Ace Attorney 7!
Wait, why does Phoenix die in a ball of flame?
Oh, we didn't mean to include that one.
Early draft, so.
Yeah, that's an early draft,
Wow, that was
Professor.
amazing, wasn't it, Professor?
Oh wait, that was a draft I wrote. Never mind.
But something would appear to be amiss.
Hmm?
Yeah, I didn't get one. The story's too horrible.
Horrible?
Oh, it's the reaction to everybody who played.
I can't believe it.
Oh, this is terrible.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Pedro?
It's the reaction to everybody when they played Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah.
This doesn't look good.
Oh god, he's writing a continuation to the soap opera arc.
Today, I'll finish up my deliveries and go home early.
Uh-oh.
That's the story. The mail's doing her deliveries early.
If
Again,
only.
that's what Mr. Bezos wants punctuality.
Up until a moment ago, everyone was so excited. But now that the parade has passed, the mood here seems totally different.
They all seem to be afraid of something.
Yes, it's very strange.
Am I being killed off?
Ah, Professor, there's one of those sheets of paper over there.
That must be one of the sheets that the knights were throwing to the crowd. The problem seems to be related to what is written on those sheets of paper.
He accidentally shared his fanfiction, didn't he?
The most recent,
no.
the most recent chapter written by Mr. Takumi was been controversial. To say the
And
least.
then Layton and Broder did.
Wait.
Never mind, moving on.
Layton and the 50 Shades of Black?
Oh,
Luke, don't
no,
read it.
no.
It's hard to imagine what could be so terrible. Let's start by giving it a read through.
No, let's not.
Yeah,
Okay,
Professor, maybe you should
Professor.
be yourself instead of bleeding the child or
Mr.
something like that.
Mr. Takumi, let's keep our porn fanfiction to ourselves now, please.
Alright. Go on, Pedro, since the storyteller wrote
The
this.
fearsome witch moved deeper into the moonlit wood, casting a deathly shadow as she passed between the trees. And when the two young companions stepped into the darkness of the wood...
They died.
Shut up, I'm telling the story. They were drawn into her magic fire, and their lives were consumed in its flame.
Oh, hey, I wasn't wrong, was I?
True, but I delivered this better. There you go. There's your ending. The children fucking die. There's your
Now
fucking
we
Fire.
have a mystery.
the children burn alive. There you go. There's your story, Labyrinthia.
After finding themselves in Labyrinthia, the professor and Luke saw the parade of the town's creator, the Storyteller. But on reading the story that was distributed to them, the townsfolk became afraid.
The horrific story on the piece of paper described how two young companions were burned to death by a witch. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, actually, no, wait, I'm not. Fine.
I like how this comes immediately after you have that one woman who's like, "Oh, thank you for this baby. Yeah, she's for the barbecue."
The story of Labyrinthia makes a maneuver in town. The townsfolk of Labyrinthia seem to be looking forward to some kind of event. We did go along to see it, and I wish I hadn't.
What could this mean?
Two people are fucked.
But we're two people! A witch again? And what about where it says their lives were consumed in the flames?
Life flash consumed, that's a
Luke.
top level from Doom.
Oh boy.
Let us cast our minds back to what Espelus said in London, other than help me, I'm being kidnapped. I seem to recall her mentioning that those witches had followed her from Labyrinthia.
And as we will see in this game, witches can be very, very deadly.
So that would mean that the witches we saw in London merely were from this town, and they're bad news. The witch in this story, do you think she's the one from before?
It's still too early to say, but at any rate, this seemingly prophetic story is rather disturbing. I mean, people die, so...
Mr. Takumi was feeling very edgy when he wrote this.
Well, we came here to see Inquisitor Barnum, and this story is what I get.
And all I got was this lousy story.
Oh, rip-off. Oh my, what bad luck this is.
And then tomorrow in the news in the news. Do they have newspaper? No. Okay.
Oh no! Things had been so peaceful, and now the witches will strike once again.
Actually, no.
If that's the case, how come they look so happy throwing the papers out?
Actually, no. They have. Go on.
What a fearful world we're living in.
Actually, no, they have mail, so they must have newspapers. Tomorrow in the newspapers, it says the storyteller's new story divides Labyrinthia.
What a horrible story! I can't stay here any longer. I need straight back to the market stall, where I can be with my lovely little goats.
Also, Peter, just because they have mails, that doesn't mean that they have, printing characters.
Well, seems that what's written here is.
It's definitely a little ominous, but it's only a story, isn't it?
It's precisely because it's a story I'm so afraid. Do you even know that much?
How to break this lightly? We're kind of new here.
You got it like 5 minutes ago.
Without fail, whenever witch appears, somebody dies.
Which to me is the south.
Even if what you say is true, there's no reason to be afraid.
I think there is, Luke, from that point of view.
After all, it's just a story. It's hardly going to become a reality.
Luke, you literally got pulled into a book.
What are you saying?
You audacious.
Are you a witch?
Yes? What do you mean by that?
These 12 witches, let's burn them to the stake.
What have you done this time?
You're not implying that you believe in the story, are you?
Luke is a conspiracy theorist.
We've got 2 people here who don't believe in the story.
Kill
well...
The storyteller commands all.
No!
Luke, what have you done this time?
Nothing.
I'm afraid that the storyteller is gonna kill me off.
You'll get your comeuppance for this!
So basically, the entire people of Riff are huge fanboys of the storyteller's writing. And they will not have you question his writing.
For good reason. Legit. Everything the man writes does come true, which Luke and Layton are definitely going to figure out the hard way.
The masses follow blindly the narrative and question, and the rides whoever doesn't.
Captain, it's these 2, sir. They're creating a bit of a disturbance.
Well, it's you 2. Causing trouble again, are you?
Oh, Captain! These 2 here are claiming that the story won't become a reality.
You 2 might want to run.
They did what? Heresy!
Blasphemy!
That's it. I will decapitate you 2 right here, right now.
What's that? This simply can't be! You claim that you don't believe what the storyteller writes?
You don't like this? You don't like the storyteller's stories? You shall die for it.
Are we living in some sort of weird religious dictatorship?
Could it be that you 2? No, it couldn't be. A moment ago, they were claiming to have seen a witch. Honestly, that's what they were saying.
Look, there are 2 of them. Be the 2 of the story. Whoever gets killed by the witch. Well, they could be. Even if they're not, it must have something to do with the witch.
If we kill them, then the witch can't kill them.
Professor?
Either way, you're both gonna die.
Somewhat unsettling.
It's beginning to look like a lynch mob.
It appears my original instincts regarding you two were indeed well-founded. You're clearly suspicious. Men, surround these sussy buckers.
Luke.
Uh-oh. Professor, what do we do?
Easy, Luke.
Professor, this isn't good. Perhaps we should make a run for it.
The true gentleman never runs, but agreed. But running off blindly in any old direction is unlikely to prove successful. We're too unfamiliar with the streets of town.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Oi! I wouldn't think of running if I were you. Just give up peacefully.
Professor, it can't end like this. I'm too young to go to jail. Oh wait, no, I've already been in jail.
So how will Luke and Layton get out of this one?
That's you, Shiroi.
Mr. Layton, Luke! Both of you, over here!
Hmm?
This talking.
You'll see.
That voice!
Hang on, isn't that...
The voice came from that back street over there.
So much to do, so much to see.
So, I believe it's time for us to go.
Come on, Luke, let's run!
Okay,
You know,
Professor.
Jovah?
Yes,
The
Pedro?
secret and Nikki Narrative.
You know, Jovah, my analogy actually does kind of work, considering how absolutely defensive Takumi purists can get sometimes. So...
After the men! They're getting away!
Yes, sir, Captain!
Like, seriously, I've seen some people talk about the new trilogy, and people are so...
Rabid about it.
Yeah, it's not even like normal critique, it's like, people are so rude.
I still have to see it properly for myself.
Why?
I haven't seen the stories myself, but like,
I
still,
can't
people
believe
are...
it cannot be that bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
To their credit, Apologists really is that bad, like we've already commented.
Oh yeah, we would know that.
Sorry. Alright.
I'll explain later.
Okay, right.
Where are they? Which way did they go?
Captain, we seem to have lost them.
Oh, bother. What? They must still be here somewhere. Find them! Haha, Metal Gear Layton.
Mm-hmm.
It appears we managed to elude them. But what now?
I don't know, Professor. I'd like to throw another
We
compliment
can't
at...
stay here. They're bound to find us sooner or later.
Thank you, Little Red Riding Hood.
Let's move elsewhere. Yes, Pedro?
I'd like to throw a compliment to Takumi. Notice how Layton put his hand in front of Luke. That's what he always does in any of the Layton games every time there's danger. So, good job, Takumi.
Mm-hmm.
If we keep to the back streets, we should be able to reach the square without being spotted. Follow me.
It definitely does feel like, both sides did their respective research to give the little nods to each particular franchise where they could.
Well, it's not so much that, Joe. Remember, they're both fans of of each other's franchises to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure, yeah. But again, I do like that he, fan or not, he definitely knows his stuff, Layton was. Okay, so we've escaped arrest. What do we do now?
Have a rest.
We literally traveled by map over to the safe space.
That was rather too close for comfort. Seems you rescued us this time.
It was nothing. I'm just glad we're both able to get away safely.
Yeah, I've already been to jail once. I don't think I'd be able to do it again.
as you get older.
But what are you both doing here in Labyrinthia?
You were put in jail the same day as me too, Professor, when you visited my hometown, remember?
Exactly, that's why I said, wait till you're older.
Wait, what are you implying with that?
Nothing.
It was because of Paul Bart.
What about you, Espella? What happened after we were separated in London? I remember you jumping aboard that cargo vessel. Did you have any trouble getting away?
Well, yes, since I'm over here now.
Well,
Hello?
I found something called weed.
Dude.
Oh, really?
Easy now, Luke. You mustn't bombard the speller with questions like that.
But
Also, you're too young to be asking about that.
But what is this weed? I'm sorry, Espella.
No. I'm the one who should apologize. I'm afraid it's just not very clear.
Well, I hear that tends to happen after you smoke weed.
Well, in the meantime, Espella here. Let me see that weed.
Okay.
You have no reason to apologize, brother.
Oh, Professor, this is the good stuff, actually.
When you say it's not very clear, what do you mean precisely? And no, I'm not talking about the weed.
Well, to be honest, I seem to be unable to clearly recall what happened.
It looks like she has amnesia.
Of course.
Is that so? Amnesia again. Bloody wonderful. After we put you on board that ship, we should have followed after, yes, because it would look very great of us two British nationals doing that. But at any rate, I'm relieved to see you're alright now.
Oh, come on, Professor. What more could go wrong?
Yes, I am. Thanks to you both.
I'm sure you won't get put into trouble again.
It's good that we can meet up again like this. I'm so happy to see you here.
Sure.
Too right. We're both very happy too, aren't we, Professor?
Does this look like?
The soulless eyes, they're like a great white shark's.
We certainly are, Luke. Look into my eyes. Oh,
Actually, Professor, was your mother a great white shark now that I think about it?
Well, I could ask her. Oh, wait. Dead. Mind.
You both came to solve the puzzle of Labyrinthia, didn't you?
It was all part of the plan, of course. Right, Professor?
Yes, our plan was to get sucked into a book to solve puzzles.
Yes, something like that, right, Professor? We totally didn't just get accidentally sucked into a book outside of our own accord.
Actually, the truth of the matter is, I don't really know why we're...
Damn it, Professor, we had a cover story.
The cover story's shit anyway. It seems as if, well, it's almost as if we've been sucked right into that book's story.
Today's been a very weird day.
It's only Monday.
Figures.
Sucked into the story?
Yep, definitely a Monday.
Wow, the story's that good.
I'd like to ask you some questions about Labyrinthia, even though I told Luke off not to bombard you.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember when I was so engrossed in my copy of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows that I literally got sucked right in there.
We can't really settle down here for a chat, can we?
It must have been terrible to be sucked right into the middle of a war.
Yeah, I know. I escaped with my life, thankfully, though.
Those knights might find us again. We'll need somewhere to lie low for a while. Do you have a cardboard box?
No,
we have crates.
Right, cardboard probably doesn't exist in the medieval ages.
Ah, I know. If it's alright with you two. I'm kind of a fugitive, so you'll have to sleep outside.
No.
Yes?
No.
Yeah, Luke's fine with it. For now, Mrs. Eclair, the local bread maker, is kindly putting me up in her shop.
What happened to Mr. Eclair?
He might be in a pie?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why do you think the bread's so tasty?
Oh my.
If you don't mind, you're more than welcome to my room.
So she Sweeney Todded him.
Then she's Sweeney Todd's wife.
Oh my.
I'm afraid it's only an attic room, so it's a little small.
At least it's not a closet.
Besides, if a school child can make a living in an attic, then Layton can't, for sure.
Really? I mean, are you sure that's okay?
Like, you haven't even asked Mrs. Eclair permission.
Yeah.
If they were to find us, wouldn't that mean trouble for everyone at the shop?
Not at all. You shouldn't even think like that.
Okay.
If you insist.
You worry too much for a child. After all, it was you two who rescued me in London, wasn't it?
Trust me, I have good reason to worry. I have seen some crazy stuff. I've literally died at some point and was only saved by an automaton.
So if there's anything I can do, you must let me help in whatever way I can. Also an automaton... What?
Involves holding a tool. Yes.
Look, all you need to know is that I've died. I've seen some crazy stuff.
Pillar. Thank you. Allow us to graciously accept your kind offer.
Okay. Let's make our way there, while keeping an eye out for those knights.
Ooh, maybe we can solve that with a puzzle, eh, Professor? Right?
I just don't care.
The bakery is on the eastern side of town.
The professor's just done with this.
Yes, if that's so done, I'm ending the part right here.
Wait, hold on, Professor. We need to update a mystery.
Fine.
The town of Labyrinthia is a mysterious place of witches and witchcraft, where everything written by the storyteller becomes reality.
Labyrinthia is a world. The people live in fear of witches and witchcraft, and where knights are their only protection.
In that case, Professor, you must become a knight of the people.
But
I mean, you know how to handle a sword, anyway.
You must become a knight of the wind.
I mean,
yes,
but there's more to being a knight than just a sword, you know.
Of course.
Yes, so join us next time, where we go to the bakery and I learn how to wield a badass sword.
Yeah.
Ta-ta.
Well, to be fair, Professor, at this point, that's like Tuesday for you. So.
Yeah, actually, no, Tuesday's my yoga class.
And Wednesday's when we usually go to Six Flags England.
Alright.
See ya.
See ya.
Ta-ta.